Hello! For this project, you will be recreating the classic program of Microsoft Paint. That's right, this beautiful thing that you've probably seen on your old Windows machines. Or maybe you haven't, maybe you're too young, I don't know. But it's a very simple program where you can pick some colors down here, and you have a pen, and you can draw. Maybe you draw a cat, I don't know. Maybe I'll draw a cat. Well, no, let me not get into it. I could go too deep into it. Well, okay, let's just draw the cat. No cat. All right. So you can see you can pick different colors. You can click on these boxes, and you have all these different colors you could choose from. All right. So that's one part of Microsoft Paint, choosing colors. You can also change your paintbrush, right? You can maybe like use a square, like maybe make it a little skinnier, you know? You can make it really thin. So there's all these different options that you have. Your goal is to recreate Microsoft Paint using P5JS. So what I'm going to do is kind of start you off a little bit on your Paint program, and maybe you can just take it from there. So let's go over to P5 Web Editor, and we'll start a new project. And I'll give you a little bit of starter code. So for the goal of this is really all I want to do is I want to make my paintbrush so I can paint a little bit, and maybe I'll make one of those clickable circles so I can pick a color. So like I can click a circle and it changes the color of my paintbrush. All right, so let's give this a shot. So first, let's just start by making our paintbrush. To do that, we need an ellipse that follows our mouse. So it's mouse X, mouse Y, and then let's just make it kind of small at 20. Right, and what you should see here is just a little circle that follows your mouse around. Now the thing is, we don't want it to just follow our mouse. We want it to actually draw. We want wherever our mouse was, we want it to actually follow around where the mouse is, right? We want to see where it was. So all you have to do is take your background. Instead of putting in the draw function, let's just move this into setup. So instead of continuously redrawing our background over and over again, which kind of redraws over old circles, we'll just draw it once, just one time in the beginning, and that's it. So if you look here, now, ooh, look at that. We get a pretty little painting program, sort of. Now also you'll see that it doesn't look really good because there's all these little circles around there's this border, right? So it doesn't really look like it's painting. It looks like I'm drawing a bunch of little circles. So we got to get rid of that border, and all you have to do is do stroke weight and set that to 0. And now we kind of have a little bit of a paint program, right? We can draw in white. So we got our paintbrush working so far, right? But now I really want to make it so I can change the color of this paintbrush by clicking different circles down here. So I'm going to make one clickable circle for you. Maybe you can make the rest of them. So first, if we want our paintbrush to change color, perhaps we should actually make a paintbrush color variable, right? Because if we're going to change the color, we need a variable. Change color variable. So we're going to say let paintbrush color, okay? And over here, we'll initialize it in our setup. It's important. We'll initialize it to the color of white, which is 255. All right, so nothing's really going to change. And then we're going to fill our paintbrush color here. And I'm going to add a little bit of a comment here, just so we know what this is, but below is our paintbrush. Okay, so here we go. We're drawing. It's looking really, really good. Now the next part of this is to make a circle that when I click it, it's going to change the color. So I'm going to make a blue circle here. So we're going to say this. Let's make a blue color picker circle. I don't have a good name for this. So what we're going to do is say we're going to make a circle. We're going to make an ellipse. We're going to make this at 200, 380, and then 50. All right, and we're going to give it a fill of blue. So 0, 0, 255. And so now you'll see that we have a blue circle right here. Oop, let's move it up a little. Let's make that 370. All right, and the goal is when I click this, it will change to blue. All right, so we got to make it clickable. So whenever we have a clickable circle, you got to find out the distance between your mouse and the circle. I want to make this clickable, so I'm going to say let blue circle distance. Okay, now let's find the distance. So we're going to say blue circle distance is equal to the dist between my mouse and the center of this blue circle, which is at 200, 370. That's the center of that circle. So I'm finding the distance between my mouse and the center of that circle. Okay? Okay. Now we can make our if statement. So if the blue circle distance, ooh, that is not how you spell circle. is less than 25, which is half of my diameter, and my mouse is pressed, well then what do I want to do? How am I going to make it so my paintbrush turns blue? Well, all we're going to do is this. We're going to take our paintbrush color, and we're going to set it equal to the color of blue, 0, 0, 255. And let's check this out now. I'm moving, I'm doing it, right? And then I press my blue circle, and look, now I'm painting in blue. So your goal is to recreate this, all right? So you got to make 6 circles that when you click them, they change color. So instead of just one, I should see 6 different colors down here, and each one, when you click them, it changes the color. All right, that's your first mission for this project. With that said, good luck, and I wish you the best. Oh, and kiss your mother, of course. Bye.